From quantum physics to how to tie a tie, from history to how to change a car tire, from botany to how to do gardening, everything is available on the internet. Hi guys, I'm Amrita and welcome to my YouTube channel Beyond the Horizons. In today's world of modern technology, we are quick to point out the negatives of technology. But today let's focus on the positive. In today's video, we are going to see why you need to learn like this, how to learn like this, the examples of mediums I used to learn like this, and the pros and cons of learning with a smartphone. When the printing press was invented, knowledge was no longer exclusive to a certain part of society. But still, it was not as available as it is today. We literally have information at our fingertips. It's how we use the opportunities that are given to us that make all the difference. In today's world, you get all the material that you receive at school or college on your phone. It all depends on your ability to self-study. So, why is this needed? Why can't we just learn what they teach us at school or college and be done with it? In college or school, you learn certain things. And those are the same things that your peers are learning as well. So what do you know that's different? What makes you different? And there's always the gaining more knowledge never cost anybody any harm thing. I personally have learned a lot using my smartphone. I learned Morse code, I am learning Spanish and Italian, I learned history, like I learned in detail about Angkor Wat, the Victorian age, the Elizabethan age, about the Egyptian civilization, Machu Picchu, etc. I am also learning about the lifestyles of different people from around the world through series and documentaries. I learned about study techniques, essays, poems, physics, books, all of that. So how did I do this? I used various methods and platforms. So first, I'll talk to you about the platform you are watching this video on. YouTube. YouTube is a very big platform. So how do you find what you want to learn? Say you're interested in history. You should narrow the topic to get the desired results. You should start with a single topic and then move on to the next and the next. So say you're interested in Machu Picchu. You can learn about the Inca civilization. There are so many documentaries and videos based on this, and I will be giving examples of the channels that I do see, and I have put timestamps in the description box. You can go and check that out. You can also watch treasure hunts and expeditions to make it more interesting. There are also channels that make history seem like stories, and there are so many different perspectives on the same topic. So narrow your search and you'll find what you're looking for. Another way to learn is through TED Talks. TED Talks are very researched and it's a person's perspective, and they combine all sorts of ways of expressing that. It's like a very interesting speech and you don't feel like you're learning a lesson. The next platform I'm going to talk about is Pinterest. Pinterest has bloggers posting about almost anything in the world. So narrow your search and you can find what you want to learn. The next way to learn is to listen to audiobooks and podcasts. If you don't like reading, you can gain all that knowledge by listening to audiobooks. Amazon has an amazing audiobook platform called Audible. I've never used it because I prefer reading more, so go and check that out. Other ways to watch documentaries. You can watch it on YouTube, Netflix, and other streaming platforms. Documentaries are the hard work of many different people, and they provide many different perspectives on the same topic and can open up your mind to different opinions. The next method is to watch web series. You might ask, how is watching a web series learning? But watching web series from around the world introduces you to a culture without even visiting the place. It is also quite engaging and you can learn without even realizing that you're actually learning. So it doesn't seem like work, or you don't feel like you have to put in a lot of input to study. Watching series actually did help me with language learning. And there are so many different kinds of series, there are so many genres, and you can choose whichever genre that you find interesting. The next way to learn is by using educational apps. For example, Duolingo. In Duolingo, you can learn almost any language and it's actually quite effective. They use the method of active recall and it's actually quite easy to retain the information. There are quite a lot of educational apps actually, and I'm also talking about free ones. So there are many free apps that you can use to learn. The final method is to learn with free courses. Institutions like Harvard offer free online courses. But if you want the certificate, you will have to pay. But I do believe that you don't need a written document to prove your knowledge. It is nice, but it is not necessary. Now I'm going to talk about examples of mediums that I use. So first we'll get into a few examples of YouTube channels. The first one is Vox. Vox addresses certain questions, and I like some of the videos which are educational. They make a lot of different videos, so you can choose what kind of video you want to watch, and it's actually pretty researched and it covers a lot in a few minutes. The next is TED. They make shorter videos, but it comprises so much and there's so much to learn. The next is National Geographic. They have a YouTube channel and they make short snippets of videos, 3-minute, 4-minute videos, and they're also quite informative. The next is Timeline. Timeline is a history YouTube channel. Another history YouTube channel is Absolute History. And I also watch another channel called What If. It addresses questions about what if certain things happened this way. And it's actually a quite unique perspective on certain questions. If you want to learn about gardening, there's this channel called Gardenomania. It's my mother's channel and she does make quite a few really informative videos about how to do gardening. And there are also a lot of ideas on how to arrange certain things and how to keep your plants and everything. The last YouTube channel that I'm going to talk about is Yes Theory. They have really unique videos, and it all depends on what you consider educational. Sometimes you get knowledge from the most unexpected ways, and this is very interesting content and you get knowledge along the way. And when it comes to free online courses, I've only tried Harvard's free online courses, so I'm going to suggest that. For Netflix documentaries, there's History 101, Life on Our Planet, The Social Dilemma, Becoming, which is the documentary of Michelle Obama, etc. And as for educational apps, I used apps like Duolingo, Memrise, and for Spanish, I used this app called Spanish Text Translator. It shows you meanings of certain sentences and also examples of how to use it in context. I'm not giving any examples of web series because there are so many to choose from and completely different genres, so you should just go and check it out a bit and find out what you like. So now let's get into the final segment. The pros and cons of studying with a smartphone. Let's start with the pros. More material is available on the internet now than ever before. There's so much to choose from and so much to learn. Pro number 2. It's easier to find well-researched information than ever before. You can actually find out which sites or which channels provide you good, well-researched information, as many people provide comments and everything, and actually find out if it's actually well researched for you. Pro number 3. There are so many different ways in which the same thing is explained. In whatever method you choose to study, if it's YouTube channels or documentaries or blogs or all of them combined, there are so many different perspectives in each one of them. So you can find out what so many different people think about the same thing and you can form your own opinion. Pro number 4. There are dedicated apps for learning like Duolingo. So whatever topic you choose to learn, there are dedicated apps for that. For example, like I said, for language learning, there's Duolingo. So whichever topic you choose, there are dedicated apps to learn that specific thing. Pro number 5 is that it's easier to cross-reference. Instead of keeping information in different places, you can keep all of that information combined in one place. So let's get into the cons of learning with a smartphone. Con number 1. A smartphone is very distracting because you have access to distractions with just a click. You can browse on Instagram for hours and you wouldn't even realize that you are doing it. Con number 2 is that it can take a toll on your eyes, but it all depends on how much time you spend studying on it. Con number 3. Kinesthetic learners, that is learners who study by experimenting or by doing things, can suffer because there is no hands-on learning experience there. So we've come to the end of this video. Hope you found this video useful, and if you would like to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and when you subscribe, don't forget to click on the bell button so that you get notified whenever I release a new video. And share this video with your friends and family. And don't forget to comment down below what you think about self-learning. Thank you.